Some Coppell residents are hoping to save a historic church in the city's historic district. A developer is proposing a two-story mixed-use development in its place. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Coppell. Lori.
Clarice, residents say this church, built in 1948, adds to the charm of Old Town Coppell. The developer says he's not proposing to demolish it, he's proposing to move it.
There's just a huge difference between new and old. You just can't replicate old. You can't replicate the heart and the soul of it.
Business owners in Old Town Coppell are fighting to stop a developer from putting a two-story mixed-use project where the former Coppell Baptist Church now sits.
Many of their families and ancestors helped build the church, and they attended and worshipped there and went to weddings and memorials.
According to the city staff report, the church was built in 1948, replacing a previous structure from 1896. An education building was added in 1953. The church is described as a minimalist traditional structure with a gabled roof and front porch. A city survey calls it architecturally and historically significant.
There's virtually nothing left of Coppell that was here before that hadn't been either torn down, moved, or remodeled beyond recognition, and I think we owe it to the future generations to preserve some of our history and some of our heritage.
Developer Chris Collins, a realtor and owner of Hawkeye Capital, says he doesn't want to demolish the church, but rather move it to Grapevine Springs Park next to the senior center.
It's never been my intent to demolish these buildings. If there's not a possible way to move them, there's some concern about the structural soundness of the church. We had the intention of repurposing all the materials, such as the ceiling fans, the doors, the windows.
Collins is proposing 6 new buildings along Main Street and Bethel Road. 5 of them would be mixed-use home and business space starting at $900,000.
Said the purpose of Hawkeye Capital is to create business ownership, not business tenancy. We know how home ownership influences net worth of a family. We want to do the same thing with the businesses.
Roy Carrick organized a petition against the proposal. It now has more than 1,300 signatures. He says moving the church would still change the character of Old Town.
We lose the charm, and then the shops that are left here are going to start to look out of place, and then we just need to call it New Town because it's really not Old Town anymore.
The Coppell Planning and Zoning Commission has recommended the approval of the rezoning and development of this site, but the City Council will have the ultimate say. They will consider their proposal December 13th. The meeting starts at 7:30 p.m. The city says that the public is encouraged to attend and people will have the opportunity to speak. Clarice.